Hi, my name is Russ Littau. I'm the founder of the Healing Center and Convergence Reiki. In this video clip, and we often have questions that our students ask us, and one of them is, what about essential oils? And so I just want to take a minute to explain to you how you can use Reiki to enhance the effectiveness of essential oils and why it enhances the effectiveness of essential oils. So in this case here, I'm using a Young Living essential oil. Now, understand that there is probably literally hundreds of different types of oils you can use. For our purposes, we use the Young Living one, and actually this one here is Peace and Calming. So it's one that we'll often use when we're giving a treatment on someone else or when we're treating ourselves. Now, understand this isn't the only one that we use or you can use, and there's tons of information on the web, and of course you can take courses and all sorts of different things on using essential oils. This is the one that we use quite often, and if you want to know more about some of the other ones we use and things like that, you can always just shoot us a quick email, and I'll just flash the email address and our website up on the screen. Okay, perfect. So first of all, in a nutshell, and this is taking a lot of information and squeezing it in a very tiny nutshell, what is Reiki, and what is happening, and really who, I suppose you could say, is a Reiki practitioner. So as simple as, but not really diluting the effectiveness and understanding of it, a Reiki practitioner has a garden hose, if you will, coming in the top of your head. If you're familiar with chakras, think of your crown chakra. So you have a garden hose coming in the top of your head. It flows down. I'm just going to put this oil here for a second. It flows down, in, through, and out the palms of our hands. Okay, so think of it as a garden hose comes in the top of your head, the garden hose comes down, and we have two nozzles that come out the palms of our hands. And wherever this water sprays, it acts as a catalyst to restore balance. And so basically, again, in a nutshell, the philosophy is when really a system, in this case our being, right, our energetic and physical cells, our entire being is in a balanced state, then it's going to be in a natural, healthy state, in a natural flow of well-being. All right, so Reiki practitioner, energy comes in, down, through, and out. Wherever this water or energy flows, it acts as a catalyst to restore balance. Okay, so that's our foundation. Now let's talk about the essential oil. Okay, and again, this could apply to any essential oil. In this case here, I've got a Young Living one. So each oil has a unique property to it, or set of characteristics, right? And when you use the oil, and again, there's just so many ways you can use it. You can nebulize it in the air. You can apply it to your skin, which is how I'm going to use it in this case here. Again, don't want to get into the right wrong. There's many ways, and I guess that's part of your job is to learn that. But for our purposes here, here's a couple of ways that we use it using Reiki. All right, so each oil has a characteristics about it, and when we use the oil, and for our purposes here, I'm actually going to apply it topically. It interacts, the energetics, the frequencies of this interact with the energetics, the frequencies of our being, and there's effect that happens. Okay, and again, each characteristics of the oil has specific effects that it's designed to elicit. Okay, so now let's combine the two together. First, we'll talk about a self-treatment. So when you're doing a self-treatment, essentially you're treating yourself, right? And one of the suggestions that we'll often offer our students is, think of it kind of like a meditation. So I just place my hands, down on my lap, right on my knees, and as that energy flows through, it flows through me, out and into me, right? And as it does that, again, it acts as that catalyst to restore, to invigorate, to enhance, right? Okay, so now what we can do is we can add the essential oil. So here's one way that you can use it, and again, it's not the only way. So I can take and I can apply, just a drop or two to the palms of my hands, okay? Now I essentially do the same thing. Hands on the knees, running energy, or I'll sometimes put my hands together, especially if I'm using the oils, right? So I'll use it this way just because it's easier for you guys to see. So as the energy is flowing through me, What is it doing? It's interacting with the frequencies of the oil. Now what it does is it doesn't contradict them, it doesn't try to alter them, all it does is enhance them, right? And that's one of the neat things about Reiki is all, quote unquote, that it really does is enhance, especially as it applies to things like this. So as I have the oil in my hand, yes, you know, the oil is having the effect topically, right? But now, as I run energy on it or through it, it enhances that effect, right? And so whatever the effect of the oil is, it enhances the effect that it will have on you. So it doesn't detract from it, and it definitely doesn't, you know, sort of downgrade the effect of using the oil in and of itself. Actually, what the two do is enhance each other, right? So you could do it here. If you wished, and again, it's, you try it in different ways. You know, you could take a drop and even put it on your temples, right? Or there's chakra oils, right? So you could put it on maybe the different chakras, right? And I'm just kind of using the one here, but you know, you could put it on your heart chakra if you wanted to. And then when you're doing your self-treatments, well, treat your heart chakra, right? As the energy flows through, it'll take the characteristics of the oil and enhance their effectiveness. Okay, so whatever the characteristics of the oil, as you use it with Reiki, it enhances whatever the designed effect is. If you're treating somebody else, you essentially do the same thing. You know, I've actually put it on the palms sometimes of folks that I'm treating. And what I'll do is, these are just different ways, I'll actually then put my hands on their palms, right? And so now as the energy is flowing in, down, and through and into them, it's flowing through and mixing with the energetics of the oil, which increases that effect, right? So however you wish to use that, just think again, however I'm using my oils, as I apply Reiki to it, or through it, I guess is another way you could say it, it enhances the effect. And it's just that simple. But remember, just because it's simple doesn't mean it's not profoundly effective. Okay? Perfect. Try it out. If you have any, you know, interesting stories or testimonials or questions of how using Reiki with essential oils, as I said, Young Living in this case, how you've enjoyed it or you've seen some really neat results of it, I would love for you to shoot me an email. We'll just flip it up on the screen again. And right, have a good time with it. Now, I'm just going to cut away briefly for the, you know, standard disclaimer. So think of it as cutting for a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Okay, now that we've got that covered, right? Thanks again. As I said, my name is Russ Littau. I'm the founder of the Healing Center and Convergence Reiki. If you go to our website, and it's healingcenter.ca, and as I said, it's on the screen too. You know, you'll find some more information about this. If you would like to know more about them, of course, you can go there as well, or any other. There's again many different folks that are offering it, and we would just love for you to experience it again. In this case, as a Reiki practitioner, and how it can benefit and enhance not only your self treatments, but your offering to others as well. Thanks.